Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us in our seminar. My name is Lorena Viladés. I'm a mining engineer, and I work at ANEFA, which is the Spanish Aggregates Association. And we are the coordinators of this project called DigiEcoQuarry, short for Innovative, Sustainable, Digital, Sustainable Aggregate System. Okay, so we are on Innovation Horizon 2020 project. We started in June 2021, and the project will last till May 2025. So we have 1 year left. And we received from the European Commission 30 million euro funding. I guess that all of you know about aggregates, but just let me tell some figures about the aggregates industry for those who don't. Our industry is by far, the largest mining and quarry industry in Europe. It comprises 15,000 companies, which are mainly SMEs, which means that nearly the 80% of all the mining and quarrying companies in Europe, we directly employ 220,000 people directly, which is nearly the half of the extractive industry in Europe. We extract and supply 3 billion tons, more or less annually, to the European Union, which is the 75% of the raw material supply in Europe. We have our turnover of 20 billion, nearly the 50%, and we have 26,000 mining sites in operation in Europe, which is more than the 80% of the active operations here in Europe too. And despite these figures, nobody was applying for European funding projects. So we thought, okay, so what can we do? Where's the sector heading to? Okay, so the answer is digitalization. So nowadays, all the sites are focusing in energy efficiency, electromobility, producing energy with renewable sources, connectivity, data, computational power, real-time programming. I'm not going to read all of them, but the thing was that we wanted to build a project, to launch a project which covered all of these aspects. So the main question was, how? Well, and the answer was clear. It was by using the new technologies that are available right now, such as drones, cameras, phones, which we use for surveying and monitoring. Also using artificial intelligence, BIM, to automate all the processes which are taking place within difficult conditions. And also, of course, the Internet of Things to enable us to real-time monitor and collect all the data. But these things on their own are useless. No? So what we did was a global analysis to really understand what the impact of these measures were, how each process was interconnected to one another, to identify synergies, and to enable us to make a effective decision making, and to use this analysis to make really informed and conscious decisions. And so, having the why, having the how, now it is turned to what is DigiEcoQuarry? Well, DigiEcoQuarry is a project that aims to design, develop, and validate in 5 pilot environments an innovative quarrying system, which we call H&S, which comprises sensors, processes, tools for data capture, processing, sharing to provide, integrate, digitalize real-time process control for aggregate quarries. So, long story short, we are building an online platform from which the quarry manager will be able to monitor in real time all the processes that are taking place within his quarry. And why are we doing this? Well, because first of all, we want to upgrade the health and security, of our quarry workers through the automation of these processes and avoiding their exposure to hazardous conditions. For sure, We want to enhance the selectivity and the profitability and the efficiency of the sites, because we are always keeping in mind that the aggregates are business. Okay. We want to maximize also the environmental impact by maximizing the resource efficiency, reducing emissions, reducing consumptions, and last but not least, we want to boost the social acceptance of our sector. We are raising awareness on the raw materials industry. And for example, right now that the Critical Raw Materials Act has been approved, well, we will work towards that, and so on. This is an infographic to show you how the EcoQuarry works. We are tackling the whole process of the whole quarrying process since the beginning, the site preparation to the delivery to the customer. So every partner is acting in some of the stages of the process. As you can see, there are lots of red spots here. There's a lot of people involved, and that's because we are a huge consortium. We are 25 organizations, 23 companies are European, and 2 belong to international countries, namely South Africa and Colombia. All of us, we are a multidisciplinary team. Some of us belong to the quarrying industry value chains. Other are ICT experts. Other belong to sectorial and innovation companies. So this way we can tackle the whole process, the whole quarrying process. And this IQS that I have just explained obviously had to be tested somewhere, right? So we have chosen 5 pilot sites to test our IQS and the technologies associated to it. We have in our consortium to test this 3 quarries, 1 sand and gravel pit, 1 treatment plant. 4 of them belong to big multinational companies. Another one is an SMA. And you may be thinking, why are they so different between them? Well, the answer is because we want our tool to be replicable to any kind of site in Europe. So that's why we chose really different sites between them. The first one, well, before I start, I forgot, sorry. We are going to, each site was named reference pilot for something. Okay, and that something was depending on the biggest issue they had at the moment. Okay, we are going to develop some specific technologies to tackle that issue, but besides that, we are developing also some cross-cutting technologies and services that I will now explain that are common to the 5 pilot sites. The first one is 3D BIM model. Then we are also developing some health and safety improvements, an environmental simulator. Social engagement strategies, and interaction with policymakers' actions too. So with that said, the first pilot is located in Toulouse, in France, and in France it belongs to the BICAT group, and it's a treatment plant. And this one is the reference pilot for social acceptance. Why? Because when this plant was commissioned, it was alone. It was in the middle of nowhere a lot of years ago. And I don't know if you know that Toulouse is a city that grew like crazy and super fast in the last couple of years. So right now, which was an isolated plant, is surrounded by shops, restaurants, the train, a park. So their neighbor is Decathlon, and the other neighbor is a McDonald's. Okay, so right now their biggest concern are all the social aspects of the sites. So what are we doing here? Well, we are developing a mobile crusher that makes less noise than the usual one and captures the dust. We are sensorizing all the plant and also all the mobile fleet, and we are developing some artificial algorithms. Our second pilot is located here in Madrid. It belongs to the Cemex group, And is our reference pilot for drilling and blasting, because the biggest issue is the clay they have within their operation, within the quarry. So what we are doing here is develop things which may help to reduce the content of clay, like advanced rock mass characterization, a new drill, new explosives. We are also sensorizing and automating all the mobile fleet machinery, and also developing some AI algorithms to for doing quality checks of the rock that is going to be treated. Third, we have Pioltello, it's near Milan in Italy, and this is a sand and gravel pit with underwater extraction, which belongs to the Holcim Group. And this is our treatment, also our reference pilot for treatment optimization. Here we are doing a digital twin. We are installing some continuous weighting systems, some devices for the plant automation. Again, we are sensorizing all the machinery and doing some algorithms to calculate the volume of the stockpile. I see there are some questions. Oh. Okay. Yep. Our fourth pilot is located in Magdeburg in Germany. It belongs to Kronenberger industry, and it's an andesite quarry. Before they entered the project, they were really focused on all these things related to energy efficiency, and they had been doing lots of things regarding this. So we decided to take advantage of their previous work and name this quarry our energy efficiency reference pilot and go beyond. And so what are we doing here? Well, we are modeling all the mobile equipment in real time. Also, we are, the deposit is being modeled. We are developing some geofence system and algorithms which may detect the failure of the equipment. And finally, our Portuguese pilot, it's near Lisbon, and it's our reference pilot for transport and storage, meaning transport, internal transport, and also external transport. We are sensorizing all the fleet. And in this way, we can track the trucks since the beginning, when they are inside the quarry, and also when they are delivering all the material to the final client. And besides that, we are also installing some devices to automate the plant. And with that, those are our pilots. And now I will briefly go through the technologies that we are developing. But as the other sessions will be the ones, which will deeply explain all the things, I will just go through them really quickly, okay? First of all, regarding extraction, we are developing some measurement while drilling analysis for advanced rock mass characterization. Here you can see our drill operating. Then, we are also, Maxam is also testing some explosive, which vary in the density depending on the density of the rock, and connecting the full blast operation. We are also developing some virtual coring while drilling prototypes, which may be installed, which are actually installed in the drill rigs. We also, every time I've been telling that we are sensorizing all the mobile fleet and so on. Well, this is in order to get data related to the mass flow, the feed efficiency, the working hours, and a lot of parameters. Then another thing that we are doing with the mobile fleet is creating some dashboards to be able to monitor their performance. Let's see. Yeah, here are the sensors which are installed inside the machinery, and this is what the quarry manager would see. Like the machine moving around, real time. Also, a 3D dynamic geofence system, again, to monitor the activity and the performance of the machinery. That's how it will be seen. Metso, which is in the consortium, is developing that that crusher I was talking about before, which is equipped with electric and hybrid powertrain, and it makes no noise and generates less dust. I mean, it has systems for dust capturing. Yep. Our South African partner is developing a digital twin and some screening and breakage models. We are also installing some automatic conveyor, autonomous weighting systems in the conveyor belts to measure the instantaneous flow in the accumulated production. Another of our partners is installing a software to better optimize and control the production within the treatment plant. And this is what the quarry manager will see, what you are seeing right now on your screens. One of our partners, Chalmers University and Rock Team, they have developed this software in which you can simulate your whole plant, and you can get as an output your environmental performance, your consumption, energy consumption, so you can improve the efficiency of your site. Regarding health and safety, one of our partners about is doing a map which recognizes workers near the mobile machinery. And this is obviously to avoid accidents. And same is doing another partner, ITK, here with this machine, which is between brackets quite dangerous. So they have developed this software that can detect the people which is near the machine. And this is the IQS. This is the core of our project. I'm not going to explain it because it will have a dedicated session on its own. In fact, all of the technologies will. So I strongly encourage you to join the other sessions. And here you can see these are the dashboards that the person who has the access to the IQS would see. All the data that all the sensors and devices gathers come together in this tool. So here in this kind of dashboards, he can see everything that's going around. Regarding BIM, well, we have model of the sites in BIM. We have a partner in charge of this, which is APP, and they will use BIM to do 4D BIM planning for the sites. Here, this is BICAT. This is our treatment plan in France, and you can see that it's pretty detailed here. and they will explain deeply in their session how this works and how they have been doing it. Really interesting. And then it comes the artificial intelligence, which I will not explain. I will just name because we will have now a dedicated session to this. But we are developing some quality determination algorithms by colorimetry and grain size. They have developed a stockpile volume calculation app, okay, which you take a photo and you measure it all. Some anomaly detection of mechanical failures algorithm for the machinery, meta quarry, which it will be later explained, and another one which is about forecasting the consumption and the products of each quarry. But we are not just working on technical stuff, we are also going beyond. And as I said before, it's really important for us to raise the social awareness of the raw materials industry. We are creating co-creation engagement strategies. We are boosting that the sites do some open door days. We are participating in lots of conferences. We are also really involved in policy matters. Some of you may know this roadmap, the Neutral Aggregates 2050, but some of you may not know that it was launched in collaboration with us, with DigiEcoQuarry. And of course, this is a matter that's really important to us. We are training the quarry workers with of the technologies that we are doing, meaning the drill operator has received some training to be able to operate the new ring. Also, the workers will be, well, in fact, they are being taught on how to use the beam planning, because we are really concerned about that too. And of course, to finish, we have faced and we are facing actually some difficulties. For example, the site's lack of connectivity. So what are we doing? Well, we are installing Wi-Fi antennas and everything we can to make the sites connected. Sites do not have historical production data, so we had to train the algorithms from scratch, which is quite difficult. And then, as you have just seen, all the technologies which we call within the project expert system belong to different companies. So it was a real challenge, okay, to connect all of them and to gather all their inputs and put it in the IQS. So it took us a lot of time to define and evaluate all the requirements needed to do this. And finally, as you can imagine, coordinating 25 different companies is not easy, okay? But we are doing it. We are doing it, and the project is going really well. So I think I made it on time. Just to conclude my presentation, I would like to encourage all of you to follow us in social media, because we post a lot of the activities we do, how's it going, and not just about our project, but also about other interesting initiatives. And that's my name and my email in case you want to contact me or you want to ask me something.